So you already know, after the insane blockbuster trade that the Broncos just completed with the Jets, we had to do a rebuild with them because this changes everything. They have gone from a top 10 projected pick next year to potentially a top 5, as they now have Zach Wilson as what one would assume to be the projected starting quarterback. I won't say it doesn't make sense from the Jets standpoint, because realistically here, you've seen all you can with Zach Wilson. At this point, you're like, there's nothing that is going to change with him on this squad. We have Tyrod Taylor, who is a much more secure backup quarterback in case Rodgers goes down again, which if he does, we're just going to chalk the Jets up to the Jets, and we're going to forget about them for another 10 seasons. And they're probably going to draft a quarterback to learn behind 2 quarterbacks that have been around the league for a while. One of them in Tyrod Taylor, who's backed up some really good quarterbacks, continues the same. And then Aaron Rodgers, obviously, a Hall of Fame quarterback. And you don't really want 4 quarterbacks on the roster. Give Zach Wilson a chance to move somewhere else. You get a little comp, and you obviously clear up a roster spots. And obviously, they also cleared some of the cap, as I believe the Broncos and the Jets are splitting the cost, if I'm not mistaken. But either way, this is what the team looks like. It's not great, but there's still potential. They still have, potential good running back, a potential good 2 wide receivers, a couple of decent offensive linemen. Defensively, they've got, one of the better corners in the league, maybe the, top 5 corner in the league. Then the rest is a little iffy. Zach Allen, they kind of got what they expected with him. About fair price when you consider the open market cost these days. Leonard Williams getting 20-some million per. So, about fair price, but nothing truly elite. Barton is, here. But this team needs a lot of help on defense. And, they need a little help at quarterback as well. Will we actually stick with Zach Wilson? I don't know. It might just be literally a clickbait title at this rate, but we'll see what happens. I'm not going to force quarterback, but this is a speed rebuild, which means we are going to be trading whatever we can to land the best team we can, which means probably getting a better quarterback, but we'll find out. The Denver Broncos, they're a football team, and that's all I can really say about them, because, man, has it been some years for this team. But of course, if you are new to this speed rebuild kind of thing, we get 10 minutes to rebuild the roster, and that usually comes from the option of trades. But I've been starting this thing at the NFL draft, and we are going to be adding players through the draft. But with 10 minutes, the countdown counts for the draft and the trade. So realistically, after maybe the 2nd or 3rd round, you don't really want to be spending too much time in the draft, and you're better off just moving on and trading players. And of course, because the sim takes a little while to get through, we do stop the clock in between, just because it would be, kind of dumb if, half the time was simming, right? It would be pretty stupid. But once we get to the trade and we're ready to start again, boom, start again. But regardless of the point, starting the draft, pretty decent draft pick for the Broncos, obviously. So we are hoping that we can land ourselves something in the terms of probably pass rush, maybe wide receiver. But without further ado, let us start this thing off in 3, 2, 1, and go. Start the draft pick number 12. Okay, I'm glad that we can't see what we're dealing with here. Lovely. Would love to see if Brock Bowers is there. Highly doubt it, but you never know. Marvin Harrison's still there. Okay, sure. Yeah, that's really real and true. Jared Verse is probably gone, though. Jared Verse is gone. I don't want to play it how it lies in this case, so I'm not really sure what to do. This has actually thrown me for a complete loop. I can't even lie. I said to play how it lies, but at this point, the rebuilds are going to get repetitive. Odunze has a chance to be there. I'm going to take Odunze. He has a chance to be there. The other 2 do not. I don't care what anyone says. It's just not happening. No 2nd-round pick for this team. Holy crap, the Broncos. What are they doing? Maybe they do have one. It's all the time I have rebuilds where it's like someone tells me, yeah, they have that pick. What are you doing? Safety's kind of up there. I'm kind of just looking at best available. Theo Johnson, maybe not. Is Sanat still hidden dev? I can't remember. Any, potential hiddens left? We've got, literally no one, and I'm wasting so much time on, players that are pretty mid. Trevin Wallace is an option, but none of these guys have, dev. Sainris still? I'm going to go with Sainris still and hope he is hidden. And he is. Okay, well, we've also learned something. I'm going to be stopping the clock as I get a chance to go to the end of the draft. 3, 2, 1, end. But I'm not going to force quarterback. I think full quarterback is going to be one of those kind of like last-ditch efforts. I do kind of want to see what Zach Wilson can do with a little bit of a team around him. I know they got Reynolds in free agency, but, I mean, what are you really getting out of that? Marvin Mims, I'm not sure why he's not higher, but there's a good chance this is what we're rocking with. Maybe Mims even gets traded off. Tight end needs to be improved. Center needs definitely be improved. Left guard, I don't think we can really get rid of Powers. They even like kind of restructured him to save money now, so that's going to just cost them a ton in the future. But maybe we'll trade him off. Left tackle could use an upgrade. Right tackle could use an upgrade, but far from, the top needs. And then defensively, we did just get Sainer still. And why is Michael Carter here? This is probably why he wasn't there for the Jets rebuild, huh? But yeah, lots of work to do. You can even argue that Barton might not even be the guy to start. We're going to play whatever scheme makes the most sense. So if we end up having a bunch of 3-4 players, we go 3-4. And then if we have a bunch of 4-3 type players, you go 4-3. So simply put, I do not know if we're going to be able to build a competent roster, which tells me that we really shouldn't be worried about quarterback first, because I don't know if we can afford anything else. I mean, look at the money even. The money we're broke on because of Rustler. Like, I'm going to actually list some of these guys down. I'm almost certain I'm going to have to trade Bowles, have to trade Patrick, because this is just too costly if not. Oh, we got a mentor rookie. Who is this? Don't want to trade them off. Oh, long-term impact for Rome Odunze. Superstar or X Factor here. I don't know if he starts a superstar. He might already be. Okay, Cortland Sutton, you're kind of him, huh? But anyways, we are in position to start trading. So we're gonna get the clock going in 3, 2, 1, and go. I mean, there's nothing else to it. Let's move all the players that we can for money real quick, which is going to be Tim Patrick, Garrett Bowles. I don't think there's really any more, but you can see we gained 40 mil total getting rid of these guys. Not gaining, I suppose I should say, but we end up with 40 mil. The Lions and the Commanders, the Patriots have some names. We really need to be cheap with this. So we need to find players that are very cheap. I don't want to go Laporta again, but I might have to because he's a rookie deal type of guy, and we could really use the help. Jared Goff's also not a bad name. Running back's not really a problem. I kind of want to just see where we're at with this. There's no zero chance that this happens. Zeitler, that's a nice option actually. Okay, only 3 players. Relax. I mean, it's never going to happen, but if we get rid of these 2, is it going to happen? Okay, it's never going to happen. But Zeitler, maybe. Anyone else? Norwell. Zeitler can't be too expensive. He's basically minimum at this point. They got Paul. Could trade for him and just yoink him. Reader's expensive. Don't really like any of this. Carlton Davis is not cheap. DeJean is pretty interesting. What about Brian Branch? Let's see where this puts us. Oh my god, they're not even close. Okay, so they don't even want these guys, at all. We're getting no value here. Oh my. I've wasted 2 minutes almost doing nothing here. Okay, Chase Young is there. He's back, I guess. Sam Cosmi. Clowney's not a bad option. I doubt we get close on this either. Oh, kind of close, actually. Not bad. Sam Cosmi's pretty cheap, too, isn't he? Probably going to have to do a 3rd round here, but I'm down. I'm down with a 3rd round. I mean, we're swapping positions to get better. Clowney's a position that's a little bit harder to get than, wide receiver number 3 or 4. We do, once again, have it on easy, so kind of makes sense that it's a little bit easier. Not super, super easy, but definitely not going to get those kind of trades on normal. And once again, we've used the Matt Milano argument a couple of times now. Also got to say, there's a decent chance that we do have to trade off Patrick Surtain because we just don't have the trade value right now. And that's kind of how you need to make trades, is having trade value. I also don't want to lose too much of our players that cost a lot of money. The Cardinals, if the Cardinals got no money, then who the hell are we going to trade with? The Colts, we can upgrade with Pittman, but I think Odunze, especially with his dev up he's about to get, I think he'll be fine. Do you go Stewart, Braden Mann, Ryman? I mean, it would be upgrades. Okay, this could do with a 2nd round pick. But how much money is this actually? Oh, we can't do this. Yeah, these are some expensive players. What about just doing Ryman and I don't know who the hell I want. Everett's kind of expensive too. Josh Downs I don't need. Julian Blackmon's a slight upgrade, I suppose. I mean, I'll just do it for Ryman at this point. Thank you. I'm chilling. I'll just take him. Bring him on. I mean, those guys didn't really bring a crazy amount of value anyways. Really just kind of like a brute force, if you will. So what else do we need? Running back is kind of a need. Quarterback, obviously, but once again, I think we might be chilling. Reynolds, we're about to take a hit for. We need one more lineman minimum, but I could trade McGlinchey. D-line interior specifically is just dead in the water. Sanders still can definitely be a number 3, but I don't know if he's a starter. This is a lot to ask for. Okay. What do we want to do? Corner? We could also do, like, corner off of a team that, like, has multiple players. Like, we do Ward, Newsome. You're never going to get Myles Garrett, so I'm not even sure why I'm trying, but this, you get rid of this guy and you throw on Surtain. Where does that put us? Nowhere near, right? Okay, we can't even afford him. Oh, it's an expensive squad. Damn, son. I don't know what to do. Clock is dripping away, and I don't like it. 4 minutes left. I mean, what do the Jets even have for us? Garrett Wilson. Mosley's a nice upgraded linebacker, I suppose. Mosley, and then you add Morgan. Okay, so that is a lot of value for, you know, basically nothing. So let's do a 4th this, 5th next. Hopefully it's enough. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Please give me. Gimme. Boom, that's good enough. Once again, though, Mosley, hopefully a lot of that money was in guarantees, because if not, we might have to reflip him here because we won't have enough value to... You know, we don't have a lot of money right now because of him. D-line is a huge problem. We still have multiple first-round picks. We need a young edge rusher like a Will Anderson, I think, because we need someone that's not even that crazy expensive. But the thing about Will Anderson is he is still kind of expensive. Anyone else we have? Cornerback Stingley... Petry's not a bad... Oh, actually, Ward... Nah, Ward's more expensive. I gotta go Petry if I'm gonna go with one of these guys. CJ Stroud could get him, but I don't know if that's really the move. Wide receiver, Nico Collins. Dalton Schultz. Okay, so this is a lot of money, but if we can get this, I'm down. Wow, really? Pick 11 is moving no one? This is kind of crazy. With 3 minutes left, I'm kind of like panicking here a little bit. Dalton Schultz, what is his value? I don't want to give up 11 for... Okay. At this point, we're just kind of gaining, you know... I wouldn't say fill-in players, but we're at least guaranteeing some new starters. That's all I can really say about that. We have 5 mil left. Could result in trading Mosley off. Still need an edge rusher. I know we have Nick Bonito. Interior of the line's not great either. 7 mil to change this team up. Who's like a really... like Jalen Carter, maybe? Jalen Carter adds to the line. Could go with the 3-4 and just have Jalen Carter and all of this going on. Josh Sweat. Where the hell is Bryce Young? Oh my god, who's expensive? Okay, so Sweat, it ain't happening. It is not happening. Do we have any like interior guys that are kind of on the cheaper side? Doesn't really seem to be. Saquon Barkley would be an insane upgrade. We'd be gaining hard. Okay, I mean, I'm kind of willing to just like let the running back carry. Let's see, we got 2 minutes left. I mean, we kind of need to just have this happen because we really don't have the time to be messing around. 2 first-round picks is a lot, but I'm doing it. Wow, okay, yeah, we are selling the farm here, if you will. If you will. If we can even afford this. We are getting, like, you know, kind of a whole new D-line here. A 4th round this year. I might have to trade a player, and I don't know if I can do it. Oh my god, we need somebody of value. Right guard, center. Can't do the right guard, can't do the center. Powers, I don't think is going to save us money, but I'm going to try to get rid of him anyways. Oh, it still does save us money. Oh, but they don't want him. What do they want? Give them Mims, I don't care. I do care, but oh my god, we need this trade to go through. What do we trade? I don't want to get rid of anyone on this. Maybe it might just be Jordan Davis. I mean, kind of. Kind of. We don't really have the value right now if we don't add Jordan Davis, though. Really? I don't want to get rid of Mims now, though. Troutman? I mean, he's really not. This is crazy how much they're trying to screw me here. Please just take the trade. And they can't afford it now. Oh, this is a sell. This blockbuster trade isn't going to go. What do I get rid of? 30 seconds left, and we're not even close to a built roster. I mean, look at our cornerback situation. Oh, no. Taylor? This is crazy. I get rid of... Oh, no. I get Jordan Davis on the case. What about Cox? I'll take both. Okay, I mean, fair enough. With 10 seconds left and not enough time to trade, at least we get the DTs. Really missing out on corner, but we're just going to have Surtain carry. All right, so not our best work, but better, I guess. Odunze was a huge addition as he is projected to be, what, a superstar, maybe an X Factor. Offensive line, we improved our right guard position, our left guard position, technically our left tackle position, but like an overall, I think, maybe, or maybe it's straight up the same. Tight end by 13 overalls, quarterback by nothing, Barkley by 13 overalls, and then the wide receiver 1 and 3 are the same. Look at the defense. Didn't do a whole lot here either, as Mosley is a great addition to middle linebacker, but realistically, Drew Sanders is our best number 2. Barton is more of a name than an actual overall. Left out, right out, let's not talk about it. Interior, let's not talk about it. Fletcher Cox isn't even technically in the NFL anymore. Cornerback 2, we made worse. Free safety 1 is better, and then strong safety 1 is not the best. This might have all been for nothing. I'll be real with you, but we are running the Chiefs offense with the Baltimore defense in the toughest division in the league. And there he goes, Superstar Dev. Skinner with a breakout. This is a really close call to the end of the season here to see if we have a chance at playoffs. And here it is. If we win, we could be in. And... oh, we're in! Let's do it! 9-8 might have just last second stole that spot. I'm not even 100% sure, but that is insanely close. Oh my god. Look at all those losses. Unbelievable. And loss again. Unbelievable. Get the revenge, I guess, on the Seahawks. Not really. Oh my god. It was... we must be... I actually want to see Zach Wilson 23 touchdowns, maybe even 3,700 yards. Playoff bracket. Let's see it. We were the... where the hell are we? Literally the 7th seed. The Jaguars were 6th. Oh, no, no, no. That is not good being that close to losing. But hey, we're in. We made the playoffs. Zach Wilson, 23 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, 37.97 for yards. Barkley was great. Odunze was decent. Sutton was all right. Mims was all right. Schultz was okay. Blocking was decent. Clowney, 10 sacks. 9 for Browning. 7 for Cox. 5 for Allen. Jordan Davis, nose tackle, but 2.5 only. Either way. Mosley, 5. 3 for Skinner. 2 for a bunch of different guys. Kicking. Riley Dixon apparently kicked over Brett Maher. I seen that Cowboys game. I don't blame it. I do not blame it. Either way, those are the numbers. Dixon over 50 yards for punts. Great. Speaking of the Cowboys, Dak Prescott, the MVP of the league. Any award wins? We had 3rd for Offensive Player of the Year with Barclay. Defensive Player of the Year, we were at number 9 with Clowney. And I was about to say, Mosley with those picks had to be up there. Number 4, Odunze, the Rookie of the Year. Defense Rookie of the Year, not on the list. Not a shock. Quarterback Zach Wilson made it to number 10, though. Give him some credit. Best running back, number 2. Wide receiver, number 2. O-line, number 7 for the center, Quinn Miners. D-line, not there. Linebacker, though, should be somewhere along 3 of them. Clowney, Browning, and Mosley. Looking at the DB, wasn't a great season for us there. Kicking was a punter, so I don't know what to tell you. Am I crazy, or did we, not go up in overall at all? We're literally an 82 overall still. I know we don't have the youngest of players, but I'm not really sure what's going on there. But either way, we are in the playoffs, and we're hoping for the best. Jump forward, end of the game. Nice touchdown after the stop. They get the touchdown, though, so it's 7-7. They get a stop with a touchdown, 14-7. Still 14-7. 14-7 still. 17-7. Nice drive, but only 3. Down by 10. I mean, we need to stop. And it probably won't matter anyways because the offense sucks regardless. 4th and inches, they go for it, and that's going to be a win. I mean, they literally wasted all the clock. Wow, this felt super worth it. I love Zach Wilson. My dude. I love him. Useless. Useless from Zach Wilson. No touchdowns. We just had no scoring. Rousseau cooked. Von Miller did well. Yeah, I mean, this went exactly how I thought it would go with Zach Wilson at quarterback. Surprised he made the playoffs in this division. We'll give him that, but this is why I didn't want to do a full-length rebuild for Zach Wilson of the Denver Broncos, because it just felt like You know, the Michael Pratt Broncos rebuild we did is definitely going to be better. And I think it's very easy to say that that is factual. And the Super Bowl is between the Texans and the Eagles. Okay. I can live with that. That is interesting. The Texans win. All right, this was a doable one. And yet, we didn't have it happen. You know what? It might have been because our XP sliders were lower. I might have had them at 50. Either way, normally it would be at 100. Maybe we would have gotten an extra 2 upgrades per person. That's not going to get the job done, right? Two upgrades per person wasn't going to get us, you know, the win, if you will, for this rebuild. The team just wasn't good enough. If I had a little bit more time, I could have maybe turned Surtain into a bunch of different players, so we would have been a little bit more set at safety, corner, maybe linebacker, you know, a bunch of different positions rather than just having one really good corner. But ran out of time and kind of ran out of money. And ultimately, Zach Wilson at quarterback, and that's just the result you're going to get every time. Odunze, no X Factor because you can't get the X Factor on an award. I hate the summer months, even though it's not even summer yet. It's more spring. Absolutely kills me. It just dries me up. I'm like a little prune. But yeah, that's going to be it for this speed rebuild. If there's another team you want to see next, I'm not really sure if there's going to be another speed rebuild for a while because the NFL draft is going to be coming up, and we're going to have the real players go into the real teams. Well, as real as you can get, because obviously we don't know how EA is going to rate those players just yet. But overall, it'll be kind of decent. And hopefully there's some new names that we haven't seen. Hopefully, you know, the Commanders get crazy. Grab JJ McCarthy. Some of you guys that are Commander fans are like, no, let's not do that. But yeah, we'll see what the draft, has in store for us. And then obviously regular rebuilds, speed rebuilds, that can all continue. And regardless, not our best efforts in this one. And it kind of makes you wonder, is it even worth doing a speed rebuild for a team that has just got so much to gain and not a whole lot to do it? Anyways, if you guys enjoyed, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, do appreciate your support on the channel. A little bit later today will be a Bison's franchise video. Probably one tomorrow. Probably do another like goal. Probably hit that again because they're killing it. And maybe follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel, PKR Plays for now amount of content. And that is basically it. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video, failed speed rebuild. See ya!